Hello friends, today we are to discuss about the carbanion and enolate. So this is carbanion means negatively charged carbon, and this enolate in which the oxygen is having negative charge and the carbon is having double bond with the adjacent alpha carbon. So here how the carbanion and it undergoes the resonance effect and gives enolate. So we have to see here this today carbanion and enolate formation from the organic compounds. Now how the carbanion is formed in case of organic compounds? When the hydrogen attached to carbon is acidic in nature. So how we can say the carbon is having hydrogen is acidic in nature? When the pKa of, that is negative log of K, of that hydrogen is around 15 to 20. 15 to 20. So this pKa is converting such a hydrogen considerably acidic in nature. When the hydrogens of any organic compound having pKa is around this 15 to 20, it can act as a carbon acid or it can give carbanion which undergoes enolization and gives enolate formation. So here we have to see the different carbonyl compound. First we have to see example of carbonyl compound in which here this hydrogen is there, this is alpha carbon and this hydrogen is alpha hydrogen. Alpha hydrogen of carbonyl compounds is acidic in nature. Why is acidic in nature? Because when this hydrogen is taken by base, this base takes this hydrogen and electron density goes to alpha carbon and we get here this carbanion double bond O and here this is methyl group. So here this carbanion is generated and this carbanion is stabilized by resonance effect. So this carbanion undergoes resonance stabilization and gives this enolate. So this is called as enolate intermediate. When base removes alpha hydrogen from carbonyl compound gives carbanion, undergoes resonance stabilization gives enolate. So enolate is an intermediate obtained when base removes alpha hydrogen from the carbonyl compound. So aldehydes, ketones, esters, carboxylic acids having acidic alpha hydrogen, because its pKa is around 15 to 20. We have to see the list of the different carbonyl compounds and the pKa of the different alpha hydrogens in the next part. But here just we have to understand how the base abstract alpha hydrogen and gives carbanion, undergoes stabilization to give enolate anion. So here this is carbanion. Carbanion means this is trivalent carbon having negative charge. So negative charge can be stabilized betterly to the oxygen as compared to carbon. So this enolate is one of the more important intermediate in the different intermediates we can observe in case of organic reactions. If we observe the alpha hydrogens of these compounds acidic in nature, then such a compounds we can call as a carbon acids, because the hydrogen attached to carbon and that hydrogen is acidic in nature because here this bond is in conjugation with this carbonyl. So this is alpha CH bond is in a conjugation with carbonyl group. Hence the hydrogens of such alpha carbons are acidic in nature. Hence this becomes acidic. So can be lost as a proton. Base can easily catches such a protons and forms carbanions and enolate anions. So in this way here we have to discuss how these carbonyl compounds are acidic in nature. If you compare such a carbonyl compounds with simple alkanes, then we can easily understand how the alpha hydrogen of carbonyl compounds is acidic in nature. Now if we see the compounds, various examples of compounds, their conjugate base, this conjugate base means when the compound loses alpha hydrogen, then it forms negatively charged intermediate which is called as conjugate base. Then next we have to see its pKa, that is negative log of K, and its stabilization. If you see the simplest compound such as propane, CH3, CH2, CH3. If we talk about this hydrogen, then we can get here CH3, CH2, CH2 minus. So this is propyl carbanion, and this propane is having pK is around 50. So it is highly less acidic, and this negative charge is there at this carbanion and it is destabilized by this. So here there is a destabilization. So carbanions are not stabilized. So hence these compounds are having very high pK. So these are not acidic in nature. But if we see the example of propene, CH2 double bond CH, and here CH3, that is here if we talk about this hydrogen, then its pK is around 42, and when this hydrogen is lost, then we have the CH2 double bond CH, CH2 minus. So here there is also stabilization can be there, but on the carbons. So here there is a delocalization of negative charge, but to the carbons. But if you see the carbonyl compound such as acetone, this hydrogen, if you see its pK is around 19. If you see the example of acetone, its pK is 19. When this hydrogen is lost, then we get here CH3, C double bond O, CH2 minus. But here there is a stabilization takes place and this enolate is formed, and here we get enolate ion. So CH2, CH3, CO minus double bond CH2. So here there is a carbanion and its stabilization to enolate, where the negative charge is delocalized from carbon to oxygen. So the oxygen is more electronegative, hence its pK is 19, because this negative charge goes to oxygen, and so the oxygen can stabilize that negative charge to the greater extent as compared to carbon. But if you see here the next example such as ethanol, CH3, CH2OH, then here this hydrogen is attached to oxygen, so its pK is around 16 to 17, where it forms CH3, CH2O minus. So here this is ethoxide, where the negative charge is there, charge present to oxygen, hence its pK is 16 to 17, but it is attached to oxygen, so we cannot say this is the carbon acid, because here because of this electronegative oxygen its acidity is higher. But if you see here the example of carboxylic acid, so that is CH3, COOH. So here this is acetic acid, it is around 4.8, because this hydrogen is attached to oxygen. So here it forms CH3, COO minus. So here this is the conjugate base, means after losing proton it forms carboxylate ion, and this carboxylate ion undergoes stabilization. So we get here CH3, COO. So another carboxylate is obtained, where the negative charge is distributed on both the electronegative oxygens. So here there is a distribution of negative charge on both oxygens, electronegative oxygens. Hence this is highly acidic in nature, because here the itself hydrogen attached to electronegative oxygen, and this bond is also again in conjugation with this double bond O. So here as it is carboxylic acid, its pK is 4.8 only, so it is highly acidic in nature. But here we have to see the carbon acids and the nucleophilicity of carbons. So we have to see here the nucleophilicity of carbons, means proton should attach to carbon. So here we got these examples, that is carbonyl compounds. So from this we can say the carbonyl compounds are having alpha hydrogen acidic in nature because it forms carbanion which undergoes enolate ion formation. If you see here the different carbonyl compounds, then we can easily understand how when the electron attracting group attached to alpha carbon, then they enhance the acidity of proton by decreasing pKa. So by increasing Ka, that is dissociation constant of that acid, so we can increase the acidity of the compounds when we are attaching electron attracting groups to the alpha carbon, that the carbon is having alpha hydrogens. So from this we came to know that carbonyl compounds which are having alpha hydrogens which are acidic in nature. Now we have to see few examples of carbonyl compounds such as and their pKa. So when we see here the carbonyl compounds such as acetamide, first example, then CH3CONH2. When you talk about this alpha hydrogen's acidity, then its pK is around 30. So it is less acidic. Because of this nitrogen, this electron pair is in conjugation with this carbonyl, so this hydrogen's acidity is decreases. If you see the example of acetonitrile, that is CH3C triple bond N, then its acidity is around pK is around 25, so it is basically more acidic than this acetamide because this nitrile attracts electron. If you see here the third example, that is ethyl acetate, that is CH3COOET, then its acidity is around its pK is around 24.5, so here it is more acidic than the earlier one. If you see the next example, that is acetone, CH3COCH3, that is acetone. We have discussed here about acetone. Its pK is around 19, so it is having very good kind of acidity. Then next, when we replace this methyl 2 hydrogen, then acetaldehyde, then this acetaldehyde is having CH3 C double bond OH. So here this hydrogen is more acidic as compared to this, its pK is around 17. If you see the malonic ester, then in case of malonic ester, this is COOET, COOET. So the hydrogen attached to this is acidic in nature because of this is diester. Its pK is around 13. If you replace both the ester groups by using nitrile, then it is dinitrile. CN, its pK is around 12. If you see the example of beta keto ester, famous beta keto ester is ethyl acetoacetate. This is a ethyl group, this is the aceto, and here this is the acetate. So here this ethyl acetoacetate, ethyl aceto, and this acetate is having pK is around 10.5. So because this methylene is situated between this ester as well as this carbonyl group, hence it is highly acidic in nature. Then next, beta diketone, CH2COCH3, here there is COCH3. So this methylene is situated between these two carbonyl groups. So this is beta diketone and its pK is around 9 to 10. So here if we observe this list of various carbonyl compounds, then as the electron attracting groups increases to the alpha carbon, then its acidity is increases. As we move from top to down or top to bottom, then electron attracting groups are attached to alpha carbon, so they enhance the acidity of that proton. If you see here these examples of carbonyl compounds, then we can say that when the acidity of proton is around 15, so it can be from 10 to 20, then such a compounds are having good alpha acidic protons, and such a compounds are easily undergoes carbanion formation and enolate formation. Now next try to see, there is a equilibrium established between the carbonyl compound and enolate. Then how the equilibrium is established and which are the factors which affects on the equilibrium, that we have to discuss in the next part. When base removes alpha hydrogen, that is this hydrogen, so this base takes this proton and this electron density goes to oxygen. So there is a equilibrium established between carbonyl compound and the enolate ion. When this base takes proton, then it form here conjugate acid. So here this BH plus. So here there is a enolate, here there is a conjugate acid. Here we can say this is carbon acid. Here there is base. So here the base catches proton, forms conjugate acid, and here this acid releases proton, it forms here this enolate which can be called as conjugate base. So here there is a equilibrium established between this carbonyl compound and the enolate, and this equilibrium is totally depends on the basicity of this base. So the stronger bases favors equilibrium to right side, means when the bases are stronger, then this equilibrium shifted towards this enolate side. So stronger bases drives equilibrium to the right side towards the enolate formation. When the equilibrium is there established between this carbonyl compound and the enolate, then this equilibrium is shifted towards weaker acid. Weaker acid means this is carbon acid, which is carbonyl compound is having around pK 15, 16, 17, and here this is the conjugate acid which is having pK more than 20. Means equilibrium is shifted towards enolate ion formation when the conjugate acid's acidity is very less. So here we can say stronger bases favors the enolate ion formation. If you see the different bases such as NaOH bases, there conjugate acid and its pK, and here there is where to see the percentage of enolate ion. If you see the simple sodium hydroxide NaOH, when this NaOH takes proton, it forms here water, and this water is having pK around 15.7. So here only we will observe here 1% of enolate at the equilibrium. But when we see here sodium ethoxide such as ETONA, sodium ethoxide, then it forms here ethanol C2H5OH. Its pK is around 16. If you see here potassium tertiary butoxide, then here it forms butanol. Its pK is around 18. Now in this case, here we can observe here around 1 to 10% enolate at equilibrium. So this is the percentage of enolate ion at equilibrium. So when the basicity or the base stronger bases drives equilibrium to the right side, because here its conjugate acid's pK is increases, means its acidity is decreases. If we see example of sodium hydride, very strong base, when this hydride catches proton, it forms here hydrogen molecule and its pK is very less, that is around 35. So here we can observe 100% enolate. Next base is LDA, that is lithium diisopropylamide. Nitrogen is having these two isopropyl groups, and here there is a LDA, lithium diisopropylamide, LDA. When this LDA catches proton from the carbon acid or alpha hydrogen of the carbonyl compound, then it forms here diisopropylamine, and it is a base actually, and its pK is very high, so it is around 40. So when the bases are stronger, then their conjugate acids are very weaker acids. Now here also we get 100% enolate formation. So in this equilibrium we have discussed about when the stronger bases are there, then equilibrium shifted towards right side. So LD is very important base in the enolate chemistry. In most of the reactions we can use here LDA lithium diisopropylamide in the different types of enolate reactions. And this percentage of this enolate also depends on the carbonyl compound. Which carbonyl compound is there? What is the pK of that alpha hydrogen? On that basis the enolate percentage will be determined. Now why to see here the one example of carbonyl compound, such as here there is CH3, here there is CH3, simple acetone. When it reacts with LDA, so such reactions are taking place at very low temperature. Now when it reacts with LDA, then here this N minus, this diisopropyl group, and this is here Li plus. Here it takes this alpha hydrogen, and this bond shifted here, electron density goes to oxygen, and so we get here this O minus, here double bond between this alpha carbon and this carbonyl carbon, and here there is CH3. So and this is Li plus. So this enolate ion is generated plus diisopropylamine NH this. So this is the enolate ion is generated from this carbonyl compound with the help of LDA. So the LDA is used in the different types of nucleophilic reactions of the carbonyl compounds. Carbonyl compounds are converted to enolates, and enolates undergoes alkylation or the different types of reactions. Now here we have discussed about different types of bases and how they are deciding the percentage of enolate we have seen here. Now in the next lecture we have to discuss about the regioselectivity of enolate. If the carbonyl compounds are unsymmetrical, then they may give here two types of enolates. One may be kinetic, one other may be thermodynamic, more substituted, or it can be less substituted. So here we have discussed about pK of different carbonyl compounds. Here we have seen about models of the base on the percentage of enolate, and we have also seen the basics of the enolate chemistry. Thank you.